Hi, I'm Isabel. Today we're going to talk about staffing your campaign. You aren't going to be able to do all the things that you need to do to run a campaign by yourself. You're going to need help. Knowing what roles to hire for and finding the right people for them is a key part of any campaign. When you're making your first hire and you're making your plan for hiring, it's going to depend a lot on what kind of race you're running. Some races, you're going to have dozens of paid people on staff. Some races, you're not going to have anyone, and you're really looking at volunteer roles, filling the same spaces, but on a volunteer capacity, probably part-time. Be realistic about your budget. In the first month of your campaign, you maybe don't need any staff. You're going to bring on one person probably at most. That is most likely to be either a finance director to get you started on fundraising or a campaign manager. If it's a campaign manager, they are also mostly going to be focused on fundraising during that time. Don't rush it, find the right person. It's going to be more important for you to find someone who's the right fit for you and your campaign than necessarily the person who has the most qualifications. There's also a lot of urgency with campaigns. You are on a timeline, so not rushing it can be hard, but it is important to spend time and energy on finding the right people. They need to be your ride or dies. You're going to be together through the campaign, and it's important to find someone who you're going to work well with. As you're building out your team, you're going to want to find the right size of staff and the right roles for your budget and the needs of your particular campaign. Some common roles that you might consider hiring for or having a volunteer specifically focused on: campaign manager. They're going to keep everything on track, keep everything moving. They're going to manage your budget, manage the rest of the staff, help you make strategic decisions. A finance director. In campaigns, fundraising is called finance. That person is mostly in charge of making sure that you have the money that you need to do all of the other parts of your campaign. An organizing director or a field director, those terms are used sort of interchangeably. That person is going to be in charge of making sure that you're getting in front of voters, you're talking to them on the doors, through phone banking, through events. You might also have a political director, a communications or a press director, or a digital director. You might also bring on consultants depending on what kind of race you're running. Similarly to hiring staff, you're going to want to find consultants that fit with your priorities and the values of your campaign. To lead a successful campaign, you need to inspire a group of people to do all that they can to get you elected. Running a campaign is kind of like running a small business. People are going to be filling all sorts of roles and stepping in and learning on the job. If you can find a mentor, you maybe won't have managed a team before. If you have, a campaign team might be bigger, or you're definitely going to be under a lot of pressure, and it's really important to have that support. Set boundaries with your team and encourage them to set the boundaries that they need. Campaigns really encourage you to work crazy hours, and there's a lot of urgency in making sure that you're taking care of yourself and that your team is taking care of themselves is really important. It's your name on the ballot. Run a campaign that reflects your values and is a version of the world that you're trying to build through your candidacy. Having worked on many campaigns, I know that having a staff that trusts each other and trusts the candidate and is all there for the right reasons is so important for both winning and for running the kind of campaign that you want to run.